Yes, all these human perspectives are not right for you, and you don't need them. You don't need them because you are not made for them. You are not made to fit into them. And that's why you find it hard to be here, because you try to fit into them. But you came here to demolish them for other people who are no longer benefiting from them and just get played into staying there for so long they cannot seem to exit them. Of course they can exit them, but they keep believing in them. They keep placing their power into beliefs and things and ways of life, human ways of life, that don't serve them anymore. And that's why they feel contracted, and somehow doubting and afraid. It's like the doubt and the fear is because they are attached to the thoughts and to the old ways of life that they are never was supposed to play into. But they came. It's how we all come. We come and we forgot and we take on stuff and beliefs and things and people's thoughts about us and what they want from us, and then what we want from ourselves and demand from ourselves as a result of that, because we're like, oh, that's how we're supposed to be. Okay, let me now be my own perpetrator and ask myself to be that way. So see how we start to, in our mind, to be that way to ourselves. And that's why we feel bad, and that's why we have no energy, and that's why we're like, oh, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want, right? It's like, I experienced that too, right? Because I still play into some things of this human life, and I'm like, what the, I don't want to, I don't want to. And when I start to step out, it needs the whole power. It needs your whole power and determination and choice to be done with the old way. You cannot simultaneously step one leg out and then keep one leg in and be like, oh, let's see how it's gonna work if I'm still gonna communicate in the old way but want to be in the new way. But then it's like the new way needs the all of you. You can't have the new way if you're still in the old way, because you're gonna be sabotaging yourself with that old way, with still believing in the old way. Because you believe in it, not because it has any power over you, or wants something from you, or that's the only way to survive. It's not. It's just we think it is. We think it is, and that's why we have fear to let it go. We have fear to let the old way go, because we don't know, we don't believe that the new way will come. And we think we're gonna lack something, we will not have something. And interestingly, when we believe in that, well, first of all, we doubt ourselves, we are afraid, and then we also create luck for ourselves right now. We experience oh, now I have not enough already. And when I only started to step out of this old way, and I already don't have enough, because you think you will not have enough when you step out completely. So you're already creating that not enough to make yourself afraid and go back to the old way. But you are the one who's doing all of it. There is no one who's doing this to you. Maybe there were people who told you this stuff early, and that's why you believe in this stuff, or you just absorb it in a way from society, from around you, how people live, what they think, what they feel. But you don't have to play into that. It's we think it's the only way because by example, that's how people live, and we want to be part of this experience. We don't want to be alone, right? It's that's also the thing. It's oh, I don't want to feel alone because I will feel sad, and if no one with me and loves me and like plays with me, it's like, oh, it's a very sad life. Like it's not possible. It's like, how, like, why would I be here? Because we didn't come here in a way to be not in touch with this reality, right? It's like we came here to also interact from this new frequency so that this new frequency can influence others and help others, right? But if we are here to serve completely, truthfully, of why we are here, that high, pure vibration and frequency, we have to understand that people around us might not understand us. They might not understand or support us stepping out of the old ways. They're gonna be also like in a way like not believing us, or somehow, well, at least in our own experience, we might be creating that too, because we don't believe yet that what we do by stepping out is good and right. But yes, of course, it's like that's why we are here. We are here to be out of the system and the ways, but to still be here. And then from that frequency to influence new way, to give others a taste of the new way, and then they can choose for themselves to also step out of old way into the new way. But it's like, see how like you can't serve until, or like, well, at least in that capacity, you can't serve until you step out yourself. So you have to, in a way, lift yourself out of this whole situation with beliefs and fears and doubts, right? It's like you have to lift yourself out. And that's why you might feel like there is no one around you who can help you. And then you're like, to receive that support or love or some sort of company, you have to go to people who are in old ways, because you don't see people who are in new ways, at least not in your like immediate environment. Like maybe you know they are there, but they are doing their stuff because they already stepped out. So so it's like, yeah. So for you, it is in a way like a test, or the stage of evolution of being so confident to a point that you decide that that's where you're gonna place your whole power in and belief in, is the new way. You lift yourself out. You do. You do. Of course you can like have resources and people who help you if you feel they actually help you to step out. Because the only way is to embrace completely the new frequency and to help yourself from inside out. Maybe be that for you. You can create this way of, in a way, communicating with yourself. That's loving, that's affirmative, that's giving you new ways to look at life and things that actually help you. So the higher perspective on life, you can offer that to yourself. That's why you feel called to step up, because you are already up there. There is a part of you, the larger part of you, who is up there. And then, but when you perceive yourself to be down here, like within the human mind and consciousness, that's when you feel limited. And that's where you feel afraid or doubtful. But you can access that larger part of yourself from inside of yourself. And that's why you feel cold. And you search for things to kind of help you and guide you on the way. But you are ultimately the one who's guiding yourself, who already called yourself. And like that's why you feel the call and pull and desire and this like striving in some way to step into that. So you can, for example, even like speak to yourself and like give yourself new thoughts. Maybe it's hard. It's actually hard to do it in our mind, because our mind operates on old thoughts and ideas. But you can actually speak it out. You can, you can write it out. I feel like sometimes when we place it outside, that's when we, in a way, can create that illusion, which helps actually to bring in the pure frequency of just our highest state, rather than mixed in with our like lower state and human mind. If we only try to think those new thoughts within ourselves, so that's why the help other people who are actually like higher in consciousness already, or like they already claimed that higher space, and they live from that more and more. So that's why they can help on our path. But it's good to discern who are the right people for you, who are actually helping you to transcend and level up more like vibrationally, rather than to still sort of have illusion of things change, but still chasing something in the world. So not really evolving consciously, like in our consciousness, in vibration, in transcending the physicality and the persona and all of these things that give you stress. Yeah. So yes. So help yourself, believe in yourself. Like, it's all possible. Like, you have that power inside of you that's that's capable to create the major shift in your life. And sometimes it is the only way is to have that major shift, not the little steps, because little steps don't get you far enough out from the conditioning. Sometimes this total reconditioning is what is required for you to start feeling good again, for you to start like breathing again, because it's like you already know, and in a way you already placed that bar for yourself to get there. And that's why you might feel that struggle, the pull, but also the struggle and the fear and the doubt on the way there, because it's like you are no longer here in a way. You're no longer wanting to stay in the lower consciousness. That's why you made it uncomfortable for yourself to stay here longer, in operating in this older way, because you're like, oh no, I'm ready. So the higher, more intelligent part of you knows that, and it's guiding you, and it's like, it's there. It like, there, go there. Like, that's where you're supposed to go, up there. And it's possible for you, and I trust you, I believe you, and of course it knows best. It sees so much that we can trust that. We can trust ourselves, that higher part of us. That's guiding us and cares for us so much. So just take that push and pull towards the higher state, because it's waiting for you, and it's already there for you. You're already there. You just have to take yourself out from here, in a way, out of running these old circuits of relating, connecting, communicating, thinking, behaving, expectations, and all that stuff. But yeah, it's like, just think from your perspective. Like, don't think about others' roles in your life, because they only help you in a way. They reflect something to you. They support you in different kind of ways. And then you choose, and then you go. In a way, you go alone, but you're never alone. It's not possible to be alone, because you are everything. You are all of it. You are the one, and you call yourself forward. Yeah, so, yeah, it's there. So step into it, believe yourself. Know yourself, be yourself, think like yourself. Okay, till later.